Okay, so I am going to make this Chef Boyardee pizza maker for dinner tonight. So I've got the crust mix in the bowl here, and then I've got 1 1/3 cups of very warm water, as the box says. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this with my dough hook in my KitchenAid. You definitely don't have to do this. It's actually about, well, it's about 2 hours before dinner, but I'm gonna go ahead and make the dough early so it has time to rest. I did have to add a little bit more flour to this just because I felt like it was too loose. I obviously want it to be able to kind of form into a ball so I can put it on the pizza pans. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw a towel over this, and my oven has a proofing function for bread, so it just basically keeps it at like a super low warm temperature. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in there, but if you don't have that function on your oven, you can just put it in a warm spot. Okay, so here is our dough. You can see it has gotten much bigger. I can't speak. So I'm gonna turn the oven on and we're gonna get this and all the toppings ready. Okay, so I chopped up all the toppings. We got mushrooms, olives, sauce, ham, bacon, sausage, pepperoni, jalapeno, red pepper, onion, and cheese.
Fancy like
and I've got fancy like Applebee's. And then I've got, I think I'm gonna make the kids in these. And I'll make automize in there. So what do you want?
You do all that?
Say that again. All the meats plus what?
All the meats plus mushrooms and jalapenos.
Okay. Hey, will you tell Connor to come down here? And Kira also. You wanna make your pizza?
I'm gonna make it. I'll make it.
Okay, your crust is right there.
Is mine?
Yeah.
I'll make it as perfect as I can.
Okay.
I gotta wash my hands first. I don't wanna eat disease.
You get disease.
Eat the what? Are those jalapenos?
Yeah. Here, you can come over here and make yours.
Can't get it all.
Honey, it's gonna be fine, okay? It's not gonna be perfect because it's a homemade pizza. Okay, so everyone had a lot of fun making their own pizzas. Even Adam made his own. I actually did not get some footage of all of them, but this was mine. I did sausage and olives on one half and ham and jalapeno on the other. It was super fun, and if you haven't done this in a while with your family, I highly, highly recommend it. All right, so I need to fold some laundry, but I also wanted to tell you guys that today's weekend prep video is sponsored by Helix. I've been working with them for over a year here on my channel, which means I have had this awesome mattress for a year, and I recommend it to all of my friends without reservations. In fact, I was just talking to someone on Facebook the other day. They were like, we need a new mattress. What do you recommend? And I'm like, Helix. I love it. So what I really love about Helix mattresses, and actually we have one and Kira has one, and I'm actually getting Connor one this week. I'm taking advantage of these deals because they have some awesome 25% off Cyber Week deals. But the reason why I love their mattresses is because it's hassle-free. You don't have to go to the store and pick out a mattress. All you have to do is go to their website. You can take their sleep quiz. It will match you with the perfect mattress for you and your partner's needs, or your needs if you are a single sleeper. And the process of ordering and shipping is so easy. You get free shipping in the US, and the mattress comes delivered right to your door, rolled up in a box. It is actually super easy to set up. I was so, honestly surprised by how easy it was to set up. Even Adam commented on that, and I probably could have even set it up on my own if Adam wasn't here. It definitely was not a big deal. I personally am a stomach sleeper and Adam is a back sleeper, and so we were matched with the Helix Plus, and we have the Glaciotex cooling cover, which I really love because Adam is a hot sleeper and it just helps keep us cool at night. Helix mattresses are also fiberglass free, and they have a 100-night sleep guarantee, which means that you can try out the mattress for 100 nights to make sure that you love it. Helix mattresses also offer a 10-year warranty, and they also offer financing options and flexible payment plans if that's something you need as well. I was just on a work trip this past week, and I just noticed I sleep like crap. when I'm in hotel rooms, not just because I'm not in my own home, but because my mattress is not as comfortable. And so if you guys are needing to upgrade your mattress, either you or anyone in your family, now's the perfect time to do it because this is an even better discount than what they normally give. Helix is having their best sale of the year for a limited time. You can visit helixsleep.com/Jen Chapin to get 25% off your Helix mattress. Plus, you're going to get a free sleep bundle. Highly recommend getting yourself a Helix mattress. We love ours, and I know that you guys will too. All right, so welcome to Saturday morning. I thought that I would use some leftovers from last night's pizza toppings to basically make some breakfast tacos. So I went ahead and put my leftover meat into a skillet, and then I'm just cracking my eggs into a measuring cup, adding some salt and pepper and milk and whisking those up. I think I had some leftover sausage and ham and bacon in this skillet. I'm going to warm up my tortillas, get them going. I needed to restock my eggs, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this was super simple, and this is a really great idea for kind of a use it up breakfast. And you can even make this for a dinner or lunch as well. Basically put any like protein and veggies that you have in your fridge into a skillet, add some eggs, and boom, you've got breakfast tacos. I always like to top mine with either fresh chopped cilantro or green onion. I just happen to have green onion on hand. I always like to toast my tortillas and warm them up in a dry skillet. I just think it makes them, taste so much better. So I'm going to go ahead and put the egg mixture into the tacos. I had some shredded Monterey Jack cheese in the fridge. I'm going to top them with the cheese and some salsa and the green onions. And that is what I made Adam for breakfast this morning. I did not have any, but he said they were really good. So that's what I gave him. You guys know I rarely eat breakfast on the weekends. And if I do, it's probably more like a brunch or a lunch. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and start washing up some of my dishes. As you can see, I had plenty left over from the week that I needed to get washed up. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on those. And we are going to keep track of how many loads of dishes I do this week. This is, of course, number one. So I always tell you guys I run my dishwasher a ton during the weekend because I cook so much. I needed some more rinse aid. I always put that in my dishwasher because I do find that it really helps dry the dishes. And then these are my dish tablets from Blue Land, so I added those as well. And since I made a mess making my breakfast tacos, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe down my counters. I do have quite a bit of cooking that I want to get done this weekend. So wanted to make sure I had a clean surface to start that on. I'm always one of those people that has trouble like starting to cook in a dirty kitchen. So I always have to make sure it's clean. And then this morning, I did make one of my early bird energy drinks. I always have that linked in the description box below if you guys want a discount. This is a non-carbonated energy drink, and I really love making these because it gives me a lot of hydration as well as some energy. Okay, so it's about 10:45. Actually, I just got a Walmart haul a little bit ago, a very tiny one, because I needed a couple things, and this came super fast. I was very impressed, and I didn't have any substitutions. So I got the dogs some more bones. We were all out of soda, so I got some diet ginger ale, some Diet Coke. I got some parsley because I want to make a chickpea orzo feta salad. But now I am thinking that I don't have any cucumber, which that's going to irritate me. Normally I keep cucumber. Gosh dang it. Normally I keep cucumber. We ate it all this week with salads and bowls and other things we were eating. I gotta let the dogs in. Murphy just woke up. He's a tired boy. He's old and tired. Adam's outside mowing the lawn. Got treats? Murphy's been weird about treats lately. Like he won't eat them. He won't eat them. I've been actually giving him some aspirin, although it's hard to give him pills because he doesn't like to take them. Even when I put them in the little Greenies pill pockets, he still spits them out, which is hilarious. But can he sit? Good boy. But yeah, he was kind of having some hip pain. And I do give him these glucosamine chews, which I got on Amazon, and they seem to work. You obviously have to like give them to your dog over a long period of time to get them to work the best. But I just went to Farm and Fleet and got him this aspirin just because I noticed he was limping a little bit the other day. Where's he at? Are you walking? He seems to be walking okay today. Yeah, do you want a treat? Want to sit? Are you an old boy? Are you an old white-faced boy? Yes. So normally I give the dogs a mixture of dry food and then this high protein. The vet recommended some type of high protein dog food so that it would help keep Murphy like fuller longer, because he's on like a restricted calorie diet to make sure that he doesn't gain any more weight. He's not really like, he's not a super overweight dog anyway. He could probably stand to lose like 5 pounds. But anyway, he recommended high protein. So I've been buying these just to like, so normally I do one of these and 1 cup of dry food, which is fine for their calorie goal. Actually, Milo and Murphy weigh about the same. Milo is like solid, which he's got lab in him also, but he's also got pit bull and I don't know, cattle dog and like some weird things. I had a bunch of chicken thighs that I did not use for freezer meals. And so what I did was I just cooked them in a pan, like no salt or anything, just a little bit of olive oil in a pan. And when they were cooked through, I cooled them and then I just chopped them up in the food processor. So this is all it is, just like chopped chicken. I've done this with beef before too, especially if you have like freezer burnt like meat in your freezer and you don't want to throw it away. I've done that before for the dogs, and I'll give them like a cup of this in place of this with their dry food. And I don't know, I just feel like I feel good about just giving them plain meat. You guys know that for a long time I made the dogs food like homemade with like chicken or beef and liver and veggies and like the supplement powder and everything. I don't really have time to do that right now, but I did watch a documentary not too long ago on like what's in pet food, and it's honestly like very disturbing. It's like very disturbing what's in pet food. And I've done sponsorships before with like several different dog food. What is that one that I used to get all the time? I can't remember what it is now. Anyway, and I like it, but if you do it for a long time, it's not so bad for 1 dog, but when you have 2 dogs, it gets like pretty pricey. And so if I can just like cook them like plain meat, I feel like pretty good about that. Sometimes if I have canned pumpkin, I'll put some canned pumpkin in there, you know, canned green beans, something like that. Don't take pet advice from me because I am not a vet. I just have 2 dogs. So you guys let me know what you do for your dogs. Anyway, so I'm gonna give them each a cup of that with a cup of dry food. I got some basil because I have some fresh mozzarella in the fridge, and I want to make some caprese. Look at this tiny little, can you tell it's getting to be cold around here and there's no fresh herbs. I wanted some thicker printer paper for a couple things I'm working on. So this is 28-pound printer paper. I got myself some Celsius. I have to travel this coming week, and I want at least one of these for Monday morning because my flight is at frickin' 6 a.m., which means I have to be to the airport by like 4:45. I cannot stand early flights, but there are sometimes when you just don't. There's sometimes when I just don't have a choice because I'm flying out of such a small airport. So anyway, I got some of these. I got the peach Celsius. This one's really good if you've never tried it. This one's non-carbonated. It's peach mango green tea. This one is actually pretty good too. And then I like the watermelon one. And then I got some scent beads for laundry. I need to catch up on laundry this weekend. Some napkins, and then I got myself some Cherry Coke Zero. So right now I'm working on my computer. I have a lot of things I want to get done this weekend for filming. That's the thing, is whenever I'm going to go out of town, I have to figure out what videos I need to get filmed so I can edit them. while I'm gone at night, in the airport, in the hotel. What am I talking about? I finished this last night and I'm so excited about it. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it, but basically I made a printable to go with my vintage cooking 1983 video. Isn't this cover so cool? I just thought it was fun. And then I made printables of all of the recipes. So if you guys wanna grab this, it's free. I'll put a link in the description box below. I love doing stuff like this. I wanna do more stuff like this. Ebooks and printables and things like that. I don't know, I just think it's so fun, and you guys know I love printed recipes. It's one of my favorite things. So yeah, I wanted to mention that in case you didn't see the video. Also, it was a super fun video. Okay, what am I gonna do now? I'm gonna feed the dogs, I'm gonna work some more on my computer. So when we went and got coffee this morning, I got a sugar plum Danish from Starbucks, which is one of their seasonal like Christmas items. It was way too sweet. Have you guys had those? Do you like them? I like the cheese Danishes. I like the, I even like the chocolate croissants, but that sugar plum, I will not be getting that again. It was way too sweet, way too sweet. So I'm kind of starting to think about what I want to make for dinner, and I have these 2 freezer meals that I put together a few days ago, and I either need to make them or put them in the freezer. So this one is like a barbecue chicken. So I think that's what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight, because I've got some cabbage in the fridge. I can make coleslaw. I can probably make some macaroni salad or some potato salad. And then this is a jalapeno chicken. So this one is like more for tacos, but I can make this for a meal prep. So both of these have a combination of chicken thighs and chicken breasts. It's, I've got about 6 hours till dinner, or a little over 6 hours till dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook this on low. These are just a couple of recipes out of hundreds that I've written recently for the Freezer Fit website. So if you guys don't have a membership yet, I'll link it down below. They're working on getting all of my recipes uploaded to the site, which means I'm gonna have like hundreds of recipes on there. So I'm excited to eat this one because it smells super good. And I know the kids will like the pulled barbecue chicken, plus I've got some buns and I've got everything on hand to just make it, so that's good. Okay, so I just pulled some chili out of the freezer for lunch. I just like partially defrosted it in the microwave, and then I'm gonna cook it the rest of the way over the stove. I'm gonna make some potato salad to go with dinner, and I need hard-boiled eggs for that, so I'm gonna use my lovely Dash egg cooker. I freaking love this thing. I'll link it down below. It's awesome. I've got some potatoes here. I'm just gonna scrub these clean. These are just plain russet potatoes. So when I make potato salad, I leave my potatoes whole and boil them so they don't get so waterlogged. So they don't have to be super clean, but I just washed them off a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and cook these all the way through. And my eggs seem to be exploding, which has never happened before, so not sure what to put that. So after the potatoes were done boiling, I just set them on a towel, like a kitchen towel, just to cool. And once they're cool to the touch, but they're still warm inside, I just take a paring knife and you can just scrape off. You can use a vegetable peeler if you want to, but it gets kind of messy and gummed up. So normally I just scrape it off with a paring knife, and that's it. Then I just cube these up and put them in a bowl. You obviously want them to be soft enough that they are cooked through, but you don't want them to like mash up, or crumble up. Okay, so once you have all your potatoes cubed up, I just take like a little capful of vinegar and toss it over the potatoes. You want them to still be a little bit warm. And then I have this Alpine seasoning I'm gonna use to season the potatoes with. I'm just gonna toss a little bit more seasoning. We'll add a tiny bit of minced onion in here. I normally add 1 hard-boiled egg to the potato mixture, and then I slice the other hard-boiled egg and put it on the top. I normally use yellow onion or white onion, but this is what I've got in the fridge right now, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of red onion. Okay, so for the dressing for the salad, I just used half mayo and half Miracle Whip. This is my grandma's recipe, by the way. And this is really the only thing I use Miracle Whip for. Okay, and then to kind of make it a little bit creamier and also get all of the Miracle Whip out of here, I just put a little bit of half and half, or you can use milk if you don't have half and half, but my grandma always uses half and half. That out of there. And I put a little cap full of vinegar in here. All-purpose seasoning. Okay, and then you just want to mix this together as best you can without breaking up the potatoes. You want to have a little bit more dressing than you think you need, because as this sits in the fridge, the potatoes are going to soak up a lot of that dressing. All right, so here's our completed potato salad. Whoop. Let's keep track of how many loads of dishes I do this weekend. This is number 2. Okay, so I'm going to make this cheese corn cake mix. I have had this mix for a while and I haven't made it yet. So I've got some melted butter. It calls for a can of cream corn, which I tried to make it the first time and I didn't have this, so I got a can of that. And then I think some water or milk. Yeah, water, and then the mix. Okay, so I went ahead and sprayed these muffin cups with a little bit of this Baker's Joy. This has some flour in it, so it helps it from sticking. Sometimes I find that that actually works better than the paper muffin liners. And I make this in a 350 degree oven for about 20 minutes. Okay, so our chicken is done. You can see it's very shreddable. So I'm gonna go ahead and shred this up and just leave it in the crock pot with the sauce. It smells really good. So here is the chicken after I shredded it and added it back in with the sauce. Again, this recipe is on the Freezer Fit website. If you guys are interested in joining, I will link it down below. I had this with no bun, so it doesn't look very good, but I had it with a corn muffin and some potato salad. Okay, so we are now at Sunday morning, and Connor had 3 basketball games today, so that's where we spent most of our day. It was his first basketball game, and him and his team did a great job. Okay, we just got back from basketball.
I got a busted lip.
Connor got a busted lip. Not really. I mean, yeah, a little bit, but it wasn't. It was bleeding a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna just make some lunch out of what we have in the fridge. I have a little bit of this beef in here that I want to use up, so I don't have to freeze it. It's just enough for 1 burger. So I'm gonna make Adam cheeseburger, and then I've got some chicken. Connor wants a chicken quesadilla, and I'm gonna heat myself up a factor meal. This one is the Indian butter chicken. It's really good. So I still had some of those mushrooms left over from the pizza night on Friday, so I decided I would make Adam a mushroom and Swiss burger. I also had some Swiss cheese on hand, so I just kind of piled that up on top of the burger, added some mushrooms in the skillet and seasoned those up. And then this is that shredded jalapeno chicken that I made in the crock pot. It actually did not turn out too spicy. I was actually glad about that. And so I made Connor some quesadillas with it, and he actually really liked them. So I will definitely be trying that recipe again. I put some mayo and some mustard on the bun, which I toasted for the burger, added some potato salad, and I also made some deviled eggs. Delicious. Okay, so while we were at the basketball game, I did put in a Walmart order, which was nice because it got here not long after we got home. So this will be for this week while I am out of town. I got some Diet Orange Sunkissed, some more granola bars, Kira likes this kind, some eggs, we need more of those. I got a peach Celsius to drink in the morning because I have to get up super early for a 6 a.m. flight. I got some Slim Jims for Connor. By the way, I did not organize this like I normally do. I got some sweet pickles. I think I'm gonna try to make some macaroni salad if I have time tonight. I got some thin crust pizzas for Adam to make for dinner this week. One sausage pepperoni, and then this one is pepperoni. I'm actually gonna put these in the freezer. I got some grapes and blueberries, so I'll wash those up tonight. Some white cheddar cheese for sandwiches, hot dog buns, some more bread. I got one of the Sara Lee Artisano and one of just the Sara Lee honey wheat. I may have chosen the wrong string cheese. I thought I just got the mozzarella ones, but these are like the mozzarella cheddar twist, but that's fine. I got some sharp cheddar cheese sticks and cracker cuts, and then this is the kind that Kira likes on her sandwiches and wraps, the sharp cheddar cheese. I got some tater tots. Actually, I'm gonna put these in the fridge too. Tater tots and chicken nuggets for dinner one night. And then I got some ham and cheese loaf for sandwiches for Adam if he wants that. I got some more gum for Kira, one red pepper. I got some of these hoagie rolls. I think I'm gonna make sandwiches, homemade Subway sandwiches for dinner tonight. Some flour tortillas, some spinach wraps for Kira, some milk. I wanted to get the pre-washed romaine, but I guess they were out, so they substituted this, which is totally fine. For sandwiches, I got salami, pepperoni, turkey, and then some ham, and then some hot dogs to go with the hot dog buns. I got some SpaghettiOs and mini ravioli for the kids. Some Velveeta shells and cheese, so this can go with the beer battered fish fillets one night for dinner. I got some breakfast sandwiches for Adam. These are the Jimmy Dean croissant, sausage, egg, and cheese. I got a couple of Lunchables for the kids. They didn't really have in stock what I ordered, but that's fine. One of the chicken nugget ones and two of the turkey and cracker ones for Kira. I got some cucumbers, or a lot of those, some tomatoes for sandwiches, some celery sticks. I already put a lot of this ice cream in the freezer, so I got some Twix ice cream bars. Actually, if you're watching your calories, these are pretty good. 160 calories for one ice cream bar, and they're like the size of like an actual candy bar, so I like those a lot. I'm not like a huge sweets person, but when I want a dessert, those are something good to have. I got some of the Great Value drumsticks. What else? Oh, Hot Pockets. The kids like to have these as a snack when they get home from school, so I normally get the 12-pack of those. I already put those in the freezer. I got some mini muffins for Connor, some bags of chips for the kids' lunches this week, and then I also got some of the Capri Sun Roaring Waters. So, actually, I lied. I did get some chips and French onion dip, which I was just snacking on. So, that's everything that I got from Walmart this week. Really close to getting a new fridge because this one is pissing me off so much. But I need to take this drawer out again. So I can scrape the ice out of the bottom of it. Here's my monthly reminder to you. Don't buy a Samsung refrigerator. Thank you. I guess like the one good thing about always having to take this drawer out is that it really does force me to clean it out. So, I mean, I guess that's good, but it's still frustrating. Okay, and let me just put away all of the lunch meat I just bought. Adam just said that he is probably not going to be hungry for dinner because we had a late lunch. So, I'll probably just make something for the kids. Ta-da! Cheese and meat. This is a lot of cheese, right? That is a lot of cheese. I'm probably gonna take some shit for that, but whatever. I heard something very wise that someone once said to me is that if you share anything about food or not necessarily parenting, but like, this thing is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my freaking life. If you share anything online about food or being a parent, you are going to get a lot of critique about it, because most people eat and a lot of people have kids. And so since they have and do those things, they feel like they are an expert about it. Isn't that true though? I don't know. Someone told me that once. I don't remember who told me that, so I can't credit them. All right, so we kind of had a hodgepodge dinner on this evening. Since we ate lunch really late, Adam wasn't really hungry since I made him that big burger. So I was going to go ahead and make like Subway sandwiches for everyone, but we kind of just ate at different times and the kids were a little bit hungry, so I went ahead and made them some wraps and sandwiches along with some oranges. I made Kira her favorite spinach wrap with turkey and pepperoni and cheddar cheese. She doesn't like mayo or anything on it. And then Connor likes his with turkey, white American ranch instead of mayo. That's what he always gets when we go to Subway. And then I put some pickles on it. And I think I put some sliced tomatoes on it as well. Sometimes he'll get olives and lettuce. It just depends. But this is what we had on hand, and he really actually liked that. Oh, I did go ahead and put some lettuce on it. So yeah, if you want a, like an easy dinner that's fairly inexpensive, I definitely recommend doing Subway at home. Here I am unloading those clean dishes that I loaded earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and put those away. Basically for the rest of the night, I just want to get my produce kind of chopped up and washed and in the fridge for my family to have while I am gone this week. And then I also am going to make myself some dinner as well. So I want to show you guys what I made for that. But you know me, always doing dishes and cooking all weekend. I feel like that's what I do every single weekend. I think this is number 3. Little dishes number 3. Okay, so I have been super obsessed with spring rolls lately. Some people call them spring rolls, summer rolls, whatever. Basically, it's like all of the cold protein and veggies wrapped in rice paper, and then you dip it in peanut sauce. So I had a spicy pork chop in the refrigerator. I decided I would slice that up super thin and use that in my spring rolls because I've actually never had pork in my spring rolls before. It was so good. I highly recommend it. I'm also going to go ahead and slice up some peppers. Basically, you can put anything you want in spring rolls. I normally go ahead and put like lettuce in mine, some type of protein, like normally I'll do shrimp, but I've done chicken before. Obviously, you can do pork, you could do tofu, or you could leave it out. I like to put rice noodles in mine, but I didn't have any on hand at this time. I'll put peppers in there. I also decided to put some avocado. That is definitely optional. I do like kind of like the creaminess that it adds, but my avocados that I had on hand were very questionable. So I basically tried to salvage as much as I could. So to make these, they're super easy and they do kind of take a little bit of practice to get right, which is totally fine. Even if they're messy, they still taste just the same. So basically you want to just kind of wet the rice paper wrappers. I use a pie plate, although you can definitely purchase on Amazon. They have kind of these like vertical water dipper things. I don't even know what to call it. Maybe I should get one that you can wrap or, soak your rice paper in. And then basically you put everything on the inside and kind of roll it up like a burrito. And then I usually serve these with peanut sauce. So I'll link the recipe that I use down below. Connor also wanted to try his hand at making one and he thought it was really good. So I was glad he was willing to try that. I am also going to have some ramen. along with my spring rolls. I'm trying this doctored up version of ramen that I saw on TikTok. Basically, you make the ramen as directed, but while you're boiling the noodles, you whisk together 1 egg and some Kewpie mayo with the spices and seasonings that the ramen comes with, and then you kind of whisk the boiling water in along with the noodles. You can add chili oil if you want to. It definitely depends on your taste. These were already spicy noodles, so I decided not to add any extra chili oil to them. But then basically you can taste the broth, add whatever you like. I added some additional soy sauce, some sliced green onions. You can add a boiled egg if you have one, or any protein that you have on hand. And I have had this so many times since I tried it originally the first time. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I did post this on there. So definitely really good, especially if you love ramen noodles. Highly recommend that you try and doctor it up using this method. But this was a delicious dinner. I would have this on any night. Ramen with some fresh spring rolls. Okay, so I am just finishing up this evening by making sure that I get all of my produce washed and prepped. And I did tell my family, hey, I went ahead and cut up all of this produce and washed it for you guys, so I would be super grateful if you would try and eat it this week. I try to, kind of like put things in clear containers so that they know that it's in there. And I just decided I would tell them this time, hey, make sure that you eat this stuff. Because I'm not going to lie, it always irritates me when I go to kind of the work of like washing and prepping all of this produce, and then I get home and it's like rotting in the fridge. That did not happen this time, so I was super glad about that. I washed up my blueberries and I put them in a container with a paper towel to keep them from getting too wet. And then grapes are like the bane of my existence. And I always said like, oh, if I like get to a point someday where I can buy pre-washed grapes, I would totally do that. But you know what? I'm totally not going to do that. Because first of all, groceries are too damn expensive right now for everyone. And second of all, if you buy pre-washed grapes, I find that some of them are like mushy and soggy, which my kids are like super picky about. So I would just prefer to wash my own grapes if I could. So I am going ahead and just putting those into some containers, and my kids did eat all of those. So that was fantastic. Number 4, I think. If I'm counting correctly. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I want to go to bed by 11 at the latest because I have to, let's see. Well, I should probably go to bed earlier than that because I need to get up at like 3:30, but I'm going to fold some laundry. Okay, so I just hung up, or I put a bunch of Connor's shirts on hangers. I need to get you guys' help with something. So Connor has been collecting Legos for many years, like, well, I would say probably at least 7 years at this point. And he just has so many in his closet that I don't know what to do with them. So if you guys have kids that have been Lego obsessed, what did you do with them? Like, the big thing with Legos is that they can be collectibles, right? So you want to like save the boxes. And so I'm thinking maybe just, I don't know, getting some big Ziploc bags, putting the pieces in one part and then flattening the box and saving it in another. Because I don't think he's going to ever like put these together again. Probably when he gets older, he can decide whether he wants to put them together or sell them. It's actually kind of funny because I remember when we were in college, Adam also got all of his Legos back from his parents' house. And he wanted to sell them at the time to make some money. And I can remember him selling them on eBay for like $200. And I remember at the time it was just like so much money, like to make $200 off of selling like a couple Lego sets. But Yeah, if you have any Lego storage tips. All right, guys, good morning. It's actually 4 o'clock the next morning, and I need to go to the airport, but I was gonna show you everything that I got prepped yesterday. I'm so tired. I couldn't even sleep very well last night. I thought the dog wanted in. Oh, there he is. Come on. I guess not. I could not sleep very well at all last night. I think it's just too short of a time for sleep. So I'll have to sleep on the plane today. I was gonna write out on the meal planner on the counter what they could have for dinner, but I'll just text it to them later today. It's not like it's anything super complicated. So anyway, I have to get on the road. So thanks for coming along with me this weekend. Fun times. I'm off to the airport, so I'll see you later. Bye.